We're going to talk obviously today about those little websites, those niche websites that we sort of touched upon. But the talk that you gave at Barcelona was really good about this. So I'd just like for you to just walk us through these niche websites, about the ships and why it's important that people sort of pay attention to these niches.
I mean, the ships analogy was a little bit of fun, and so the idea is that we try to describe the difference between an OTA, a copycat, which is really what my website used to be of someone like Booking.com, and the smaller niche websites. So your OTA was a big tanker, so not very flexible. It takes a long time to be able to change direction, but it's stable. It will always provide bookings for you, but you're basically one of hundreds, if not millions, of properties in particular locations. So the chances are that you might be generating income from those, but where is the value of placing your property just on those websites? The niche websites were your speedboat, so really versatile, very nippy, could go in places where the bigger ships couldn't go, and equally they were generally first at market. I brought up a particular example about cannabis smoking thematic websites, right? There's one called Bud and Breakfast that only deals with smoking friendly accommodation. It kind of got a good laugh, but it's a very good example of what a niche website can do, because if you really think about the time it would take someone like Booking.com to really start looking at this, the legal challenges of working in that particular area, where suddenly a niche website comes along and offers this incredible idea about really catering to a growing trend of tourists that want to really take advantage of this type of accommodation. And that's really what we're trying to do.
Let's start off with the first one then, James. Your favorite business book, so the business book that always springs to mind when someone asks this sort of question. What's your go-to?
I've been thinking about this. I don't have one. I'm reading business-related books when I have a particular need, or maybe the business is in a particular stage. Currently I'm reading a book called Blitzscaling by Reid Hoffman, who's one of the founders of LinkedIn.
What's your favorite podcast? Is it Reid's podcast, or is it something else?
Quite a listener of SaaStr podcast, and SaaStr is about anything SaaS related. We're a SaaS business, so that's quite good. They had some really good interviews, and equally, I don't know whether you've listened to Vanessa's own Secret Sauce of Large Property Managers. You can get that on our website. That's pretty insightful.
What is your favorite purchase under £100 or €100 in the past year?
Probably a flight somewhere. I don't buy stuff that much, to be honest.
Right, that's okay. So you don't really make a purchase. Have you got like your favorite, like a favorite splurge, whether even if something's like tiny, like even if it's like a go-to coffee or a go-to thing that like food-wise that you have to buy, what would that be?
God, I've just gone vegan, so I'm a bit boring when it comes to my food. Wine I'm quite partial to, so I like to splash out on bottles of wine.
Are you a fan of YouTube? Do you watch many YouTube videos? If so, do you have a YouTube channel that you always like to subscribe and recommend?
Yeah, I love YouTube, but I don't have a particular channel. Maybe I'm just too old.
Or are you literally just watching funny videos of cats?
Yeah, exactly. Cats or dogs, or people falling over, that kind of thing.
Next question. What is the biggest pain point in your business right now? It could be what you're having to do on a day-to-day, or just overall for rentals. What would you say would be biggest pain point for what you're trying to achieve?
We're growing at the moment, so we're trying to bring in a number of people in different areas. So for us, being in Barcelona, it can be a challenge bringing in the right people. That's the biggest pain, I think.
So moving on, and this is one I love to ask because it's what the Boostly podcast is all about. It's what Boostly is all about, direct bookings. What would be your one big tip when it comes to getting more direct booking?
When we talk to our smaller customers, or I mean even bigger ones, to be honest, they tend to neglect the previous customers they've had before. Create some kind of CRM, even if it's just out of an Excel spreadsheet, and keep in contact with these guys and email them and contact them periodically, and remember when their birthday is, and remember their kids will also grow up to be adults. And so I think that this is really important, to be able to constantly be in their mind when they start looking at vacation.
everybody's always chasing the new money or the new
Yeah.
guest or the new booking. You know, sometimes some of the best decisions you can make to increase your bookings, to increase your revenue, is to reach out to past guests. And obviously it's got to be GDPR friendly. You don't want to get in trouble, but there's ways and means that you can do so. All right, final question. What would you say would be Rentals United's superpower?
Look, you know, I mean, being English, I tend not to shout about things too much. I mean, we're pretty modest. I suppose that, you know, last year we onboarded more properties onto Booking.com than any other company within our sector. And I think that, you know, for us, it's a really big achievement. We really focus on delivering big return of investment on bookings, but also making sure that properties go onto the channel super fast so you can make revenue and bookings as quickly as possible.
You are being modest, because I think that what you guys are fantastic at, and your superpower would be visibility. You give small accommodation owners or small property managers the chance to get visible a lot quicker, a lot faster, and that saves a lot of time as well. So I think, you know, what you guys are doing is fantastic. I'm a big fan. You know, I've seen the podcast, watched the YouTube videos, and I love the brand and I love everything about what you guys are doing. And I wish you all the best moving forward, 2020, 2021, with all this crazy growth. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you at more of these short stay show events that are coming up. Obviously you're going to be in London, is that right? For the
I'm going to be in London. Yep. So I'll probably see you then.
March 12th, and all the other events that seem to be on at the moment, which is amazing. So thank you very much for tuning in. If anybody has been watching this and going, yeah, I want to find out more, what's the domain, what's the URL, what's the best place to go to find out more, James?
rentalsunited.com. You can email me directly if you like. So it's james@rentalsunited.com, and I'll be happy to put you in touch with the right people. So, you know, send us an email and we'll be happy to help.